Paul, over back this way over here. When you take this game as a whole, you guys are 3-2 now down in the series. How do you assess this and assess it going forward?
We weren't. It was just an uncharacteristic game, and we got to be better. We got to be better going into Game 6.
Was that defense doing anything different to slow you and James down tonight? And what was that from what you could see?
No, I mean, I thought they played the same defense. I mean, their defense all series has just been to load up and force, us to make plays and force to get the ball out of our hands. So they didn't do anything differently, I thought. I think to start, I could have done a better job of just making plays, taking what the defense gave me. There was a lot of opportunities for kickouts that I missed that I thought we could have took advantage of. But I tried to score and be aggressive offensively to score more so than start out being aggressive offensively to create.
PG, to your left. How do you guys mentally push this to the back burner ahead of Friday's Game 6 to get ready for that one?
Easy. This is why it's a series. We got to prepare and get ready for the next one.
I asked right in front of you. I asked Zoo if you guys' failure to be efficient offensively dictate how you guys perform on the other end, because it seems like you guys allowed a lot of straight line drives to the basket, a lot of corner threes. It's just you guys uncharacteristic.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was kind of referring to as the uncharacteristic mistakes that we made. That wasn't who we've been in this series, and that's not who we are. So we gotta be better, especially in this situation. A chance to go up 3-2, and not take advantage of that opportunity. But we've been here before, going to Dallas, being down 3-2. So we just it's got to be a win, and only mentality we have is to try to go get a win in Dallas.
PG, in the first half, you guys had 30 points in the paint. You were only down 10, and in the second half, you only ended up with 15. Zoo had 6 or 7 makes in the first half, only had 1 shot attempt in the second half. Was there something they did to keep you guys from doing that inside-out game that you were doing in the first half?
No, I'm not that I'm sure of. I mean, I got to watch the tape. It's kind of hard to replay it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why that was.
PG, on a similar note, on a night where you guys uncharacteristically missed 26 three-pointers and struggle offensively, was that fatigue? Was it something else? And I know you haven't looked at the film and respect that, but what do you point to there?
I just think we just got to do a better job of getting in rhythm, playing a little faster. I thought that was their counter tonight, was to play faster offensively, which got them in rhythm and got them in a better flow. But that's got to be our mentality going into Game 6, is just playing a little faster. I think a lot of those, 3-point shots were late in the shot clock, where there wasn't much rhythm or flow to those threes. So we just got to do a better job of getting in rhythm with playing a little up tempo, especially in the half court.
Hey, Paul. You played in so many playoff series at this point, and I'm curious, when you're in your 30s, is it, hey, I've done this a bunch, so the pressure of an elimination game and knowing our season could be over, I know how to handle it? Or is it a little bit like, I don't know how many more of these I'm getting, and therefore it feels even bigger? I don't know, which way are you?
Yeah, I mean, it's I think the beauty of it is the older I've gotten, the less pressure it's been, honestly. I I think, when it comes down to it, you work your tail off all summer. You train for these moments to where, if you fail, you fail. But, you just go out there and you give it all you have, live with the results. But as far as pressure, not anymore. I don't feel that pressure anymore. I'm not out there to prove nothing to anybody. But what I do want to do is just go and show up for my teammates. Leave everything on the floor, like I said, and just try to be a leader and live with the results. I'm going to play as hard as I can Game 6 and give us the best chance I can give them to go and get a win in Dallas.
PG, having seen what James has done this series, and obviously tonight he struggled a little bit, but do you talk to him going into the next game to get his confidence back going or anything like that, or do you say anything to him?
I mean, he's one of the elite scorers. It's not much that need to be said. He's one of the best at putting the ball in the basket. It's just, it's one of those nights. Some nights are tough. But he'll be better. He's got every tool in his tool set to get shots and create and, score the ball. So, it's more so just letting them know we all in this together. We all in this together. We'll climb ourselves out of this hole. But again, it just starts with getting this next win.
Paul, what do you feel like you need to do? Not the team, not everybody else, just you personally, knowing that you got to earn another game to play here again. Like, what do you feel like you need to do personally to be ready for Friday when you're on the road and on the brink of elimination?
Just keep attacking. Stay with an attack mentality. Watch tape and just see how I could be efficient and just making the game easy for myself. I think, that's the key going into this. It's just making the game easy, taking what the defense give me and making the game easy for me.
Coach, right here, Jim, front row.
Coach, is tonight's game an example of anything that could go wrong, did go wrong for you and your team?
Yeah, we just didn't play well, all around, defensively, offensively. We just didn't play a good game, and so that's okay. Turn the page. Like I said, you still got to win 4 games, and we know we can win on their floor. We've shown that the past 2 playoff series. We was down 3-2 the first time we played them, so we didn't play our best game, and we understand that. I think we all understand that collectively, and so we'll be better for Game 6.
Ty, on that note, what do you think attributed to all those things not going your way tonight?
I don't know. Not making shots, not defending, had some gambles that really cost us early in the game. They kind of got them going when it was a 2-point game here and there, and we had 3 gambles that gave up 8 points. And so that kind of got them going, especially with Maxi Kleber making those 2 threes on some gambles. But like I said, overall, we just we wasn't good on both sides of the basketball, and we just had a bad game. And give them credit, they played well as well.
So how much did their defense concentrate on James and PG? Kind of take them out what they were doing?
A lot. They've been doing it for the series, So we understand the spacing we need to get to. We understand how we need to play. I thought we got into our stuff a little too slow at times, and then we just didn't attack the right way, So we got to be better for Game 6, in which we will be.
Ty, sometimes it's a make or miss league. You missed 26 3-pointers. Is that an off night? Were they doing something defensively to you guys?
I mean, we didn't shoot the ball well, but we didn't play well either. So it kind of goes hand in hand. We didn't do the right things. We didn't play the right style of basketball like we did in Dallas. And so we understand that, and we just got to be better.
Hey, Ty, guys obviously have to have a very short memory after this game. What's your message to them tonight to ensure that happens going into Game 6?
I don't have a message.
Ty, Harden was so good in this series up till tonight. What do you chalk tonight up to?
Being human. He's allowed to have a bad game. He didn't shoot the ball well. They tried to get up and pressure him a little bit, which we didn't handle that like we had in the first 4 games. And so he just, he can play bad. It's possible. So he didn't play well. So I got to do a better job getting him in better situations and then get ready for Game 6, which I know he'll be better.
Ty, over the course of the game, obviously, the missed shots, you've said before, when guys miss shots, you need them to stay locked in, not get frustrated, not drop their heads, because the defense will allow you to eventually come back. It seemed like that really wasn't the case. The defense got worse as the game went on. Like, what did you observe from that perspective, and how can that be better?
Just wasn't connected at times. We wasn't connected on the defensive end. And even to start the game, like I said, we had some gambles that cost us, but we just wasn't connected defensively. And so, we got to be better in that regard, especially against, a dynamic offensive team like this, and we got to be better.
Ty, what are you seeing with Russ and his struggles offensively?
Us not being able to get stops and let him get out in transition and attack early in transition, really hurts us. And so, but he's been good. Just keep attacking the basket, keep making the right play. And I got to do a better job of getting him in better situations. But if we're not getting stops when he's on the floor, then it's hard for him to be who he is.
See, just to follow up, I know obviously you lost the game and there's the points and everything, but Luke and Kyrie, especially Kyrie, not being able to get going from the three-point line specifically, like, is there some level of just an accomplishment from the game plan perspective, just being able to limit them?
Yeah, I think, getting back and just try to keep Kyrie out of transition. I think our half-court defense against him has been pretty good, and so, the way he's been playing, he's been playing lights out. So we was looking for one of these games to happen, but we didn't, like I said, Cleaver having 15 points off the bench, 5 for 7 from 3. And then we knew, at some point Luke was going to have a Luka game, So, like I said, we're not going to hang our heads. You got to win 4 games. We go to Dallas, Game 6 on Friday, and we'll be ready to go.
Ty, human, you mentioned every game in a playoff series is obviously its own chapter. But is there any carryover, any emotional letdown from a win like the other night?
No. Every game is different. In the playoffs, no matter if you win by 1 or you win by 50, it's a win. And so, no letdowns. I mean, we know we can play better. We didn't play well at all, and so some things we got to correct. And then get ready for Friday.
Last question. Ty, how do you mentally get them over a night like this going into Friday, like mentally to get over this hurdle, this type of loss?
Mentally knowing that if we lose Game 6, our season's over. So if you're a competitor and you know what the playoffs are all about, then you'll be ready to go on Friday.
Zoo, with you guys struggling to make shots, did that dictate the way you guys competed on the opposite end, in your opinion?
No.
Okay, they had 8 corner threes today out of their 14. Why were guys like Maxey and Josh Green able to get so wide open?
That's kind of what we decided to give up, and they made shots. We got to adjust to that.
When it comes to a game like this, Zoo, what can you guys take to the next game to where you guys can play better? Is there any type of lesson you could take from it to, improve the next game?
I mean, we know how to win. We know we won 2 games. We know how to win, but we got to play with more urgency. We got to be better. Got to be more physical. But we got to play with, desperate. We got to have better effort.
Zoo, on to your left. To your left. So you guys started the game pretty well, like how most of the series has gone. And I think the entire lineup was out there the first 10 and a half minutes. Do you feel like once you guys all got back into the game together, what was different compared to how y'all started the game?
I don't think much was different when we got back in the second quarter.
Zoo, when you lose a game like this, is it easy to wipe that slate clean, or does this hold over to the next practice, next game?
Not really. I mean, it's Game 5. We lost by 30, whatever. We got to be better. We got to be better. It's just, next game is a win or go home. So it's not easy to, forget it, but
That's what we got to do. We got to be better. We got to be desperate. We got to play like, like we're going home if we don't win, and that's it.
Hey, Zoo, what's the adjustment right here? Zoo, what's the adjustment process been like all series of having to play with and without Kawhi game to game?
I mean, we know how we want to play no matter who's on the floor, so it's, obviously you're missing one of the best players in the world, but we still got a lot of talent on the team. We got a lot of great players, and we know what to do. It's just, we showed it. We won 2 games. Just gotta be way better than tonight.
Hey, Zoo, over here. I don't know if you remember this, but back on Media Day, you thanked fans and you said that this year you hope that y'all get things right. Do you still believe that there's a potential to get it right this season and wrap up this series?
For sure. We've been here before. A few years ago, we were down 3-2 going to Dallas. We won Game 6, went back home, won Game 7. So we've been here before. We know what we got to do. Everyone's locked in. Everyone believes in it. So I think there's still a chance we can, win the series and go on further.
Zoo, when you're struggling, you being collectively as the team, offensively, and you said we have to play with more energy, was that fatigue? Was that something they were doing? What do you point that as?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think our pace got to be way better. When we rebound, we got to advance the ball. We just got to have a better pace, and whatever we are doing, we got to do it with more energy, better pace. It's tonight we were just slow, and I don't think it's fatigue or anything that they did. I don't know. We weren't ready for this game, and that's not an excuse. That's not an excuse. Game 5, we got to come out and compete. And losing by 30 is not good. But now we know next game we know we got to win. That's the only way we can stay in it. So that's it.